So to be honest, it hasn't really been a good week for me, but I was not gonna post a video this week. And honestly, I'm posting this just to really see if anyone can help me out more than anything else. It's been a pretty tough week for me really. After Saturday and Sunday, as I put in my last week vlog again, maybe I just gotta stop vlogging. But yeah, as I put in my last week vlog, my knee started hurting again, but my opposite knee. I'm actually just gonna go all the way back until where my other knee happened, a couple weeks out before my Ironman, and just give you guys an overview of everything that's happened with my bike changes, all the way to rehabilitation, all the way to now. So you guys get the full picture, and hopefully we can just get to the bottom of this knee issue, multiple knee issues now. But if we're looking on the positive news, my right knee is feeling amazing. The last week I haven't felt it at all, maybe the last week and a half. But yeah, honestly this week was probably the most mentally challenging week I've had uploading to YouTube. It is Saturday night, so I'm technically meant to be posting in about 12 hours, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys back to where my road bike broke, and we'll go through everything from there, and we'll see if we can find something that is causing these knee issues. All right, so my long ride for the weekend, I went out to Beach Road, and my road bike frame broke. Well, my road bike frame actually cracked. And then, because I was in a hurry, I bought a Canyon Speedmax that was mechanical. And at the time, I was wearing these Bont shoes with the Shimano blue floats. And that's how we fitted the Canyon Speedmax. And to be completely honest, I did not have an issue on the Canyon Speedmax, but I did decide to upgrade to the Giant Trinity. So at the time, I became a Giant ambassador, and I did get given a small discount on the Giant Trinity. Now, it made the cost a little bit more expensive than the Canyon Speedmax, but it was worth the upgrade for me because then I had 12 speed, SRAM E-tap, and I didn't have to upgrade it for the future. And the opportunity to be a Giant ambassador was pretty cool as well. However, the frame is a medium, and I did get told that I needed a small, but medium was the only option. And then we fitted the Trinity, and it wasn't only until 2.5 weeks later until I had my right knee pain. Hopefully it's just a little bit of DOMS, I'm hoping. And that was roughly 2.5 weeks out until my Ironman. But then I hurt my knee on a double run day, and I thought it was because of the run, as most people know. So then funnily enough, 2 weeks after the Ironman, I still rode the bike, and I ended up re-flaring my knee pretty bad. But yeah, that meant I didn't ride for a whole week, and I pretty much ran, I think, like 5Ks after I re-flared my knee up, which was like 2 weeks after my Ironman. Then I did believe it did come down to a bike fitting issue. But then I got the bike refitted, switched back to the yellow float, and honestly, although my knee did hurt on the bike, it wasn't as severe as what it was, and I was able to train all the way up until last weekend. Until last weekend, when I started getting the exact same knee pain, but on my left side. Being an osteo, I do know my rehab, but I always find it better when I follow someone else's rehab and get someone else's advice. So basically, my first physio session was on the 24th of May. And this pretty much explains the loading symptoms and what we thought was the issue, which we were thinking was around that quad tendon or bursa. So the way we managed the load for the right knee at the start was no bricks, and really trying to tuck under the bike to get the glute position and to also avoid deep knee flexion. Now I was able to start running 3 times, 5 to 6 kilometers per week. And I was only able to ride once a week at this stage. And we simply put that injury down to too much load because I did come off the back of, I think it was a 26-hour training week. And my rehab looked like this at the start. So I basically did single leg extensions, single leg curls, a bit of hip and glute strength, and also did planks on my knees to strengthen up my core. Now the rehab is rehab, and the rehab did take long, but I feel like it did work, and we slowly built up the load until last weekend. So the last 45 minutes of last weekend's ride, I ended up getting the exact same knee pain, but now on my left side. It was then sore on the run, and it felt the exact same way that I felt 2.5 weeks out before my Ironman. All right, I'm not after any diagnoses or anything like that. I'm actually just gonna show you guys where my knee pain is because I get a lot of comments about different locations and everything. It's not ITB syndrome, it's not anything like that. It literally just feels like fascia on top of my knee that is very, very sore when you just bend it. So that is the best I can describe it. And then sometimes it just feels like it's like really congested. So I'll show you guys where it is for those that are interested. So it's literally just like everywhere here. It's not on the quad tendon though. It's literally just like everywhere here. And then if you press on the patella right there, and then it's basically really, really sore to bend my knee. But yeah, so originally on my right knee, which that was my left knee, but we went with quad tendon and a bit of burst or inflammation, which honestly could be pretty similar, but it just doesn't feel like quad tendon. And it feels like it's more over the pre-patellar fascia. And then sometimes it really does respond really, really well to the Voltaren night wrap. So yeah, that's where it is. But then this week's been a little bit of a struggle for me mentally as well as physically. I had a fair few days that I just had to work and couldn't train at all. And as well as I tried to run Friday and it didn't go very well. I think I ran 2Ks and I just called it at that. But yeah, honestly, it left me feeling pretty crap. Didn't really know what to do. So I just, yeah, I wasn't really sure about posting this, still not sure about making this or posting this, but I just wanted to see if anyone had any type of experience with something like this that's clearly being come from the bike. The saddle is as far forward as it can't go any further. It's literally past the max line. I'm running 165 cranks. I'm running yellow float Shimano that are pushed all the way back. Yeah. There is literally, and the only thing that I can really do is push the saddle back or increase the seat height, which I did, which I increased the seat height yesterday by 3 mil. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try and go for my long run tomorrow, see how the knee goes. But yeah, there's no promises on the long run tomorrow. Yeah, sorry about the vlog this week. Hopefully I can get back into the vlogs next week. It is meant to be a bit of a building phase for the next 3 weeks before China. And honestly, the next 3 weeks will decide if I am doing the Ironman. I really do I'm gonna try my best. Obviously, I've been doing everything I can to recover. But yeah, because the cortisone didn't really work last time for the knee, I'm not really gonna do one again. It's not really in my interest to do another one, to be honest. But this time in my Ironman, I do want to go in at least the best I can and feeling like I can do a good performance instead of just going to complete another one. You know, I got family and accommodation and everything has to be paid for. So I need to make a call on the expenses type of things, and I'll need to make a call basically on that last week just before I go to China. But yeah, this time I think it's better to just take a mature approach about it and just know that, you know, there's plenty of Ironmans to go around. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best and hopefully I can get a solution or some answers to this bike problems or bike troubles that I'm having. But yeah, I know sometimes hard decisions need to be made and that's life. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a month, see if I can be where I wanna be, make sure Calvin and I are happy where I am before I go to China. And if we're not happy, then I'll need to look at some other solutions down the track. But yeah, we're still gonna see how we go. Just gonna take the mature approach about it. And you know, if we can't get through the 3 weeks, and obviously I'm not gonna perform at the best of the Ironman, but yeah, we'll have to sit down and make a bit of a decision into what I'm gonna do next. That's basically how my week went. Not very good. Pretty minimal training got done. But yeah, as I said, it was probably the mentally hardest week for me. I like to think of myself as like a pretty strong person. But yeah, that was probably the hardest week mentally for me. I reckon this week was a lot worse than the 2 weeks out before the Ironman because I knew I was doing the Ironman last time. Like, I knew that no matter what, I was gonna do it. I think it would honestly be stupid to go in with an injury like I did last time. But yeah, these things happen and we'll see how we go. And if it means we need to push it back, we need to push it back. You know, as I said, there's plenty of Ironmans to go around. So if you're in Melbourne or Sydney, I'm willing to drive up to Sydney. I think it's like a 12-hour drive. But yeah, willing to take the trip. We're up with the bike and I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, let me know and we'll see if we can make it work. So thanks guys. I'll see you again next week.